Voucher, hello and welcome to Keith's Whisky Vlog. My name is Keith, Whisky Tour Guide Keith, and we're going to do a little tasting video for you here. This should be quite short and sweet, this one. I have got my golden tube, the mystery golden tube. What is in today? Well, it comes from Islay. It's a little bit unusual. I almost always do tastings of single malts, but this is a little blended malt for you. It does come from Islay. It's all Islay distilleries, and it's a blended malt made or blended by Hunter Laing whisky company, who quite recently opened a distillery on Islay. April 2019 I think they started, and that is of course the Ardnahoe distillery in the northeast, around about halfway between Bunnahabhain and Kalila distilleries. So lovely distillery, nice and friendly, big shop, a nice cafe, great views over towards the Isle of Jura, the Paps of Jura, beautiful location, and hopefully once they get up to producing whisky that's old enough, 3 years plus, then it'll be a lovely addition to the Islay pantheon, I suppose. So they have, I think the 1940s, something like 1949, Hunter Laing started off, and 3 generations of the same family now, all that experience, not only just the knowledge and the experience, but they've also built up a nice stock over time. Various labels from the top of my head, Old Malt Cask, a sort of brand name that they have. They've got sort of more expensive older whiskies and sort of younger ones. They do a little bit of everything really. So they do a lot of unique niche single malt releases, 7-year-olds and sort of different types of casks from, say, I don't know, Kalila, or a 9-year-old from Lafroig, something like that. Something that you don't normally get from the distilleries, the standard releases. So they'll go in, get stock from the distilleries, take them away. They have warehouses in the mainland of Scotland, I think near East Kilbride. I'm not sure if they've got other locations as well, but they'll get that, take it away, mature it in their own warehouses, their own barrels, and then release it under their own labels, often with the distillery name, but sometimes, for instance in the case of the one that I'm about to review for you, they'll do it under a sort of brand name. So what is the whisky that you're not showing us yet, Keith? Building up the suspense, obviously. We'll get rid of the golden tube. Just a little bottle, little sample that I picked up recently on a visit to Ardnahoe, and this is a blended, it's a marriage of malts. Much prefer the marriage to the blend. Marriage of malts, and it's called Islay Journey, and this one comes in at I was going to say 16%, 46%. So we'll have a little taste of the Islay Journey for you, see what happens. Also at Ardnahoe recently, I got a lovely little Ardnahoe tasting glass, slightly different shape from the Glencairn. It's got this sort of the tulip funnel, I suppose, up to the top, and you can hold these ones nicely in your hand if you like to keep your whisky at room temperature, warm it up a little bit. Good for that. So, never had this one before, interested to see what it's like. I'm a little bit of a single malt snob, however, always open-minded to try something new, see how it goes. Not getting too much out of there, it's quite a narrow neck on the bottle. Nice little bottle, quite sturdy. A little bit more. Clean and fresh, a little bit malty, but I'm getting the sea air from the sound of Islay. Not too much giveaway sort of peat smoke that you'd expect straight away. A little bit salty, a little bit malty, nice and fresh. No real wood. And just a hint of smoke. And the smoke comes a bit later to the top of your nostrils. So intriguing, quite light in colour. I doubt it's very old at all, but let's see what it tastes like. initially you're getting that smoky ash, sort of charcoal a little bit. Nothing too strong, it's there. If you don't like Islay's, it would probably be too much for you. I do like Islay's, and it's at the light to medium end, I would say. Quite strong, quite sort of vapoury, a little bit tingly in the nose. It's nice but not satisfying somehow. It's got that charcoal, the ash that I'm talking about. It's not even full on burnt wood, it's quite a lightness, but there's nothing underneath it. There's no sweetness, there's no depth. A little bit, you got a little bit briny rather than salt, you know, the sort of almost like a little bit hot dogs in a tin, the brine that you get. So there's a little bit of meatiness, but it's light. It's somehow unsatisfying. It's okay, but the first half of it is nice, that burntness, but there's nothing really satisfying me underneath. It's a strange one. It's all around about the top. Even when I smelled it in my nostrils, when you taste it at the top of your mouth, top of my tongue. We'll give it a little bit of water, see what happens. Hopefully something. Three whole drops of water. See how it opens it out. A little bit sweeter on the nose. Again, quite vapoury, vaporous, however, I don't know, fumey somehow. I wouldn't say there's much change, same sort of area. Not just as strong in the smoke now. No real earthiness, it's more that sort of burnt smoke. So no real peat, more sort of smoke. A wee bit of a tingle, a wee bit peppery. So there you go, that's the Islay Journey. I wasn't expecting too much. It's not bad, but it didn't deliver too much. If you like Islay whiskies and somebody brought this to the table, didn't tell you what it was, you'd drink it. You might not be too impressed, but you'd be happy enough. So, no thumbs down, but okay. Just above okay maybe. Islay Journey, 46%, Hunter Laing. Interesting to see what Ardnahoe turns out eventually. If you are looking for something similar to this, they also produce a whisky called Scarabus. There's 3 different expressions at the moment, I think. Just plain Scarabus. So maybe try that. There's also a 10-year-old cask strength, I think it is. There's another one as well, I can't remember. Finlagan Old Reserve, something like that maybe. What else? Scarabus, Finlagan Old Reserve, and go for the Ardbeg 10. Can't go wrong with that. And if you try this and then you try the Ardbeg 10, you'll probably keep drinking the Ardbeg 10. So Scarabus, Finlagan Old Reserve, Ardbeg 10, this sort of thing. Hopefully you enjoyed this review, short and sweet. Islay Journey, here's to you. Cheers, Sliante. See you again in the next video. Thanks.